to Deep Sleep Stories. Thank you to everyone who's been listening. If these stories help you relax or fall asleep, a short review, comment, or sharing the podcast with someone who might benefit is a simple and meaningful way to support the show so that we may continue to offer it for free. Now, take a slow, gentle breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories. For tonight's gentle journey, you are invited to step into a place of radiant festivity and quiet wonder, where gleaming dragon lanterns illuminate the night sky over Hong Kong. Even as you listen, you may begin to notice your breath slowing down, and a tranquil warmth spreading through your body. Take a soft, steady breath now. A calm inhale, a gentle exhale, allowing all the tension in your shoulders to melt away. Close your eyes if you wish, and feel your mind grow quieter with each breath. Here, in this comforting space, we will float together into a story that speaks of shimmering lanterns, gentle breezes, and an age-old celebration that whispers of dragons dancing in the moonlight. Let this be your time to rest, to let go, and to drift into a land of dreams. You feel the air around you gently shifting, as if an evening breeze is drifting across the sea from a faraway port. You notice the faint scent of jasmine and a trace of salted ocean spray. These soothing sensations guide you deeper into relaxation. In your mind's eye, you begin to perceive the glow of distant lights, a cluster of softly flickering lanterns that beckon you forward. Breathe in once more, savoring the gentle hush of this moment. Then breathe out all that weighs you down. Release any remaining cares and allow yourself to slip into this delicate nightscape where your only task is to listen and to rest. And now, allow the narrative to continue in a peaceful, unhurried rhythm as the scene opens on a gentle evening in Hong Kong, the sky dressed in a tapestry of moonlight and drifting clouds. It is the night before the grand Mid-Autumn Festival, a time of revelry and lantern-lit celebrations across the islands. In a narrow, meandering street in the heart of old Hong Kong, people pass one another with quiet smiles. Strings of paper lanterns dangle above the alleyway, creating a canopy of soft illumination. Between the buildings, the harbour can be glimpsed in the distance, its waters reflecting a shimmer of colourful neon. In a small workshop, nestled beside a tea house, an artisan named Ming carefully finishes painting the final stroke on a delicate paper dragon lantern. The lantern is vibrant, with winding patterns of gold and crimson that run along its curved edges. Ming lifts it gently, inspecting the smoothness of the brushstrokes, turning it slowly under a lantern's glow. She hums a comforting tune, a lullaby once sung by her grandmother, passed down through the generations. The workshop's door stands propped open to let in the cool night air. Passers-by occasionally peer inside, drawn by the enchanting sight of lanterns stacked like glimmering treasures against the walls. Each one is shaped like a coiled dragon, mouth open in a silent roar, inviting all who see them to imagine stories of myth and marvel. Outside, in the winding streets, lantern displays bloom in doorways and windows, The shapes vary. Some are fish, others rabbits, yet many are proud dragons, symbolizing good fortune and auspicious power. The swirling lights reflect in the eyes of visitors who have traveled from far away to witness this luminous festival. Soft music drifts through the crowds, traditional tunes played on ancient Chinese instruments, intertwining with the laughter of families gathered to celebrate. Far above, beyond the urban sprawl, Hong Kong's towering skyline sparkles in the darkness. The tall buildings form a dazzling cityscape, but tonight their glow blends seamlessly with the warm, festive lights of countless lanterns. Seated on a rooftop terrace that overlooks this panorama is an elderly storyteller named Po. He sits with a circle of friends, sipping fragrant tea. Steam curls up from the cups in wisps, carrying with it the faint aroma of chamomile and chrysanthemum. Po gazes at the sky, where the moon is nearly at its fullest, and smiles. He begins to tell the tale of how the dragons first came to dance among the mid-autumn lanterns. According to legend, centuries ago, a village by the Pearl River Delta faced a terrible drought. Day after day, the sun scalded the fields and the rivers ran low. In the midst of worry and parched land, the villagers crafted lanterns in the likeness of dragons, hoping these majestic creatures would fly across the heavens and summon healing rains. After many nights of lantern-lit prayers, the rains did come, and the farmland was saved. Since then, families have honoured the dragons by crafting lanterns in their image each mid-autumn festival, illuminating the night with hope and renewal. Po's voice drifts like a gentle breeze, drawing in all who listen. When his story ends, he closes his eyes for a moment, sipping the last drop of tea. Even in this lively season, the hush that follows his final word carries a spell of quiet wonder. In the meantime, somewhere below, a young visitor to Hong Kong, known as May, walks among the lantern-lit streets. She has come to experience the famed festival firsthand. May passes by Ming's workshop, pausing briefly at the doorway as she spots the vibrant collection of dragons. The painted scales catch and reflect every glimmer of light. She stands there, entranced, marveling at how lifelike each lantern appears. Some are curved mid-flight, their long tails swirling behind them. Others hold their heads high, as though greeting the onlooker with regal warmth. Ming, noticing May's fascination, smiles and offers a welcoming bow. She invites May inside, lighting a small incense stick near the door that fills the air with a light, calming fragrance. The gentle haze from the incense mingles with the glow of the lanterns, creating a scene bathed in cozy serenity. May follows Ming deeper into the workshop, marveling at the papery frames of unpainted lanterns waiting for their turn to receive colour and life. Brushes of different sizes stand in neat rows, each handle worn down slightly by years of use. Rolls of translucent paper lie stacked on a wooden table. There's a quiet hush within this creative space, a reverence for the artistry and tradition upheld here. Ming shares a few words with May, telling her of the dragons and how they have guarded Hong Kong's hopes and dreams for centuries. She speaks of the nights leading up to the festival, when the city's older neighbourhoods transform into a realm of flickering lights, music, and soft laughter in the streets. Each lantern is believed to carry with it the aspirations of those who light it, bringing blessings and warm wishes for the coming year. When May steps back outside, she notices that dusk has deepened. The air feels a bit cooler, and the moon, now visible in the night sky, appears luminous and comforting. Hong Kong's skyline is even more dramatic under the moonlight, each building a sentinel of steel and glass that watches over the quiet ocean. The festival crowd moves at a gentle pace through the alleys. Some carry lanterns on thin wooden rods, holding them aloft like drifting stars. Others stroll peacefully, savouring sweet mooncakes. Occasionally, one might hear the distant echo of traditional drums, their beats subdued yet steady, contributing to the festival's joyful undercurrent. As May continues her evening wander, she enters a small, hidden courtyard tucked between two older buildings. It is here that a group of local dancers are preparing for a nighttime parade. They have brought out a magnificent dragon costume, its shimmering scales crafted from a collage of golden fabric. In the glow of carefully placed lanterns, the costume moves in undulating waves as the dancers practice. The dragon's body ripples as if it truly breathes, fed by the energy of those guiding it. They rehearse quietly, occasionally letting out a playful laugh when the tail swings a bit too wide or the head dips too low. The courtyard is surrounded by climbing vines that bear fragrant blooms, their scent blending with the faint aroma of street food drifting in from a nearby stall. May leans against the wall, content just to watch. Her eyes grow soft with wonder, filled with the reflections of lantern light and the fluid shimmer of the dragon costume. At the stroke of a gentle bell, rung by an older member of the dance troupe, they conclude their practice for the night. The dragon is carefully folded away, its regal head resting on a sturdy wooden bench. Soon, it will come to life under the moonlit streets, leading the parade of lights and colour. Continuing her journey, May arrives at the waterfront promenade. There, the fragrance of the sea intensifies, mingling with the sweet smell of lotus seed paste wafting from open-air cafes. Families and friends gather in clusters along the water's edge. Laughter and murmured conversations float across the gentle breeze. Floating lanterns, shaped like tiny boats, bob along the harbour's surface, reflecting the golden radiance of the city's lights. The water is calm this evening, rippling only slightly whenever a boat passes by. From the promenade, May glances across to the sprawling cityscape. 1,000 windows shine back, warm and welcoming. Then, as if guided by an unseen signal, a series of fireworks bloom in the distance, painting the sky with bursts of brilliant colour. Each explosion echoes softly, a gentle reminder of the celebration that unites everyone under the same moonlit sky. She drifts away from the crowd, seeking a quieter nook. She finds a small wooden pier that stretches into the water. Lanterns line its sides, illuminating each wooden plank with a soft glow. At the end of the pier, a lone figure stands, gazing out over the sea, a local fisherman named Yeep. He nods kindly as she approaches, and the two share a silent moment of camaraderie. Yip points to the sky, where silhouettes of migrating birds can sometimes be seen under the moon's glow. They stand there, just two figures on a peaceful pier, admiring the expanse of sky and sea melding into one gentle horizon. Not far behind them, a few more travellers wander onto the pier, quietly drawn by its calm atmosphere. Soft music from a street performer somewhere near the promenade drifts across the water. The melody is a soothing lullaby of stringed instruments, delicately plucked, each note carrying a hint of far-off memory. As the night unfolds, a procession of lantern bearers gradually appears, moving alongside the water. Their dragon lanterns illuminate the darkness. Each lantern flickers in a gentle dance with the wind, casting intricate patterns of light onto the waters below. Standing on the pier, May and Yip watch as the procession draws nearer. The lanterns look like small floating creatures, scaled serpentine shapes gliding gracefully through the night. In the heart of the group, a particularly grand lantern sways above the others. Its paper is etched with shimmering gold. When the lantern's bearer shifts it slightly, the dragon's jaws open, revealing a small candle nestled within that glows like a secret star. The flickering light reflects on the surface of the water, creating a shimmering double image that ripples gently in the current. Following the procession, a soft chanting can be heard, a traditional blessing for the festival. The words are soothing, carrying a sense of unity and warmth. Children hold smaller lanterns shaped like rabbits or lotus blossoms. They look up at the larger dragon lanterns with sparkles in their eyes, imagining stories of courageous beasts soaring through the skies. Meanwhile, in another part of Hong Kong, in a residential district known for its winding alleys and tiered apartment blocks, a rooftop gathering takes place under the full moon. People have brought trays of mooncakes, lotus seed paste, red bean and custard flavors, stacked upon delicate plates. With gentle laughter, they break the pastries into wedges to share. Some hold lightly glowing lanterns that sway in the breeze as they reminisce on childhood memories. In a corner of the rooftop sits Po, the elderly storyteller, regaling a small crowd with tales of dragons and their spirited blessing. The hush of the group indicates the power of his words and the comfort of shared tradition. As the festival's vibrant energy stirs, a magical aura settles over the city. In unison, families, visitors, and friends partake in this sense of connection under the radiant moonlight. The dragons, both in legend and in lantern form, seem to watch over everyone, silent guardians of hope, prosperity, and dreams. Time itself feels as though it slows in the presence of such gentle celebration. The hours drift by. Fireworks once again adorn the sky, this time in a graceful display that unfolds like blossoming flowers of light. The echoes of distant drums, soft chatter, and occasional music intermingle, forming a lullaby that envelopes the city. May finds herself returning to Ming's workshop, drawn by the memory of those beautifully crafted lanterns. The door is still ajar, though the workshop is quiet, the day's efforts now resting in tranquil darkness. A single lantern, shaped like a dragon mid-flight, hangs near the threshold, aglow with a tiny candle inside. Its golden scales reflect the warm hues of the candle's flame. May stands there for a moment, entranced by the lantern's steady glow. Despite the colourful excitement of the festival, she feels most at peace here, in this softly lit nook, with the subtle fragrance of incense still lingering in the air. She notices how the gentle flicker of light animates the dragon's features, making it appear as though it's breathing in harmony with her own calm breaths. In time, May steps away from the workshop and makes her way toward the hillside roads that lead up to a quiet neighborhood. She climbs a series of wide stone steps, illuminated by smaller lanterns placed at intervals along the path. Their colors vary. Some are vermilion, others are bright jade, and still others gleam like a soft pearl. The soft glow they cast is enough to guide her steps without the need for harsh electric lights. Eventually, she arrives at a small temple courtyard overlooking the city. The courtyard is surrounded by a circular wall decorated with simple carvings of mythical creatures. A short distance from the entrance stands a centuries-old banyan tree. Lanterns dangle from its branches, flickering in the faint breeze, each one shaped like a petite dragon. They form a gentle constellation of light against the silhouette of leaves and twisting branches. High above, the moon seems larger than before, radiating a gentle silver glow that caresses the rooftops and the harbour in the distance. In the temple courtyard, the silence is profound, interrupted only by the occasional soft rustle of leaves. May takes a seat on a low stone bench, feeling the coolness of the rock beneath her. She sets down a small paper bag of mooncakes she has been carrying, planning to savour them in this tranquil setting. Here, under the banyan tree, time moves differently. The branches sway lightly, stirring the lanterns in a slow dance of shadows across the courtyard. If one listens closely, the tree itself seems to whisper ancient secrets, stories of how Hong Kong has grown and changed, how the festival has endured, and how the dragon's protective spirit lingers in every lantern's flame. In that gentle hush, the sound of her own heartbeat becomes a steady drum. Her breathing mirrors the soft rise and fall of a lullaby, synchronized with the mesmerizing sway of lanterns overhead. The sense of wonder that brought her here mingles with a drowsy warmth, urging her to relax fully and simply be. Beyond the temple courtyard, the city's festivities continue, albeit at a subdued pace as the night matures. Vendors pack away their stalls, families guide sleepy children home, but the lanterns remain, shining in doorways, floating on the harbour's surface, and adorning the streets, as though to say, "Let there be light in this moment. Let there be a gentle glow that accompanies all who wander." Somewhere near the harbour, Ming finishes tidying her workshop, placing each brush in its holder and carefully storing the paints. She smiles, recalling the visitors who found wonder in her handcrafted dragons. In another corner of the city, Poe wraps up his final story of the night, reminding listeners of the ancient pact between dragons and the people, a shared hope that the rains would come to bless the land, and that prosperity would follow. If one were to wander through the quiet lanes now, they might catch glimpses of these small rituals ending. A final cup of tea, a last nibble of mooncake, a tender farewell among friends who will greet each other again tomorrow. Slowly, these little scenes meld into the embrace of the peaceful night, a collective lull that invites the entire city to rest. In the hillside courtyard, May closes her eyes, feeling the subtle glow of the moon and lanterns on her eyelids. She listens to her own breaths, aware of how each inhale soothes her, how each exhale releases a droplet of tension. It is as though the dragons themselves are standing guard, ensuring that this sacred moment of rest is protected. Much farther away from the city, over the calm waters where ships now rest at anchor, a flock of birds wings across the sky. Their silhouettes flicker against the moonlit clouds. The comforting presence of the festival lights keeps the harbour gently illuminated. Even the ocean seems to sleep, lulled by the hush of the night. Hours pass like minutes in this dreamy tapestry of slow ceremony and drifting lantern glow. Soon, the moon descends to kiss the horizon, its pale reflection dancing on the water's surface. The city's lights dim slightly, as households turn in for the night, though the festival lanterns persevere, carrying their gentle flames until dawn. One by one, as rest claims the streets, the dragon's reflections in the harbour become faint, merging with the first hints of morning light. Yet the spirit of the festival lingers in every quiet corner, a soft reminder that hope, unity, and gentle celebration can outlast the darkest hours. Now, dear traveller, it is time to let the comforting energy of this festival guide you into an even deeper rest. Feel the heaviness of your eyelids, the soft weight of your body as it settles. You have seen and heard the story of the dragon lanterns, of a night filled with gentle light and the glow of tradition. Let these images cradle you in serenity, like a warm, silken blanket. Your breathing slows, matching the calm rhythm of the night. Each breath a peaceful tide that flows in and out, soothing your thoughts. Around you, the soft echoes of festival laughter grow more distant, replaced by the hush of the sleeping city. The lanterns in your mind's eye fade to a comforting afterglow, a tender promise of warmth and safety. Sink into the quiet. Allow the memory of lanterns dancing in the moonlight to accompany you into sleep. Imagine each gentle wave on the harbour, each flicker of a dragon lantern as a lullaby. There is nothing you need to do now but rest. Feel your muscles loosen, your mind unburdened, your spirit free to wander in tranquil dreams. Let the hush of this festive evening envelop you completely. Like the final bow of the dancers, like the moon settling behind the horizon, drift softly into your own peaceful darkness, carried by the promise that the dragons keep watch. In this cocoon of quiet comfort, you are safe, loved, and gently guided toward deep, renewing slumber. Good night, dear traveller. Sleep well.